Thank you for watching Scary Bear Attacks. If you like this episode, please remember to hit the like button and leave a comment or two, then subscribe and click on the bell to receive notifications of whenever we release new videos. Also, please remember to share them to your social media. The sun had barely broken the horizon over the flat pine woods of Jerome, Florida. That soft golden light filtered through palmetto thickets and tangled underbrush, warming the dew that clung to the ferns and the air. It was the kind of morning that seemed familiar, harmless. The kind of morning an old man and his dog likely walked through hundreds of times before. But on May 5th, 2025, something was different. Something was watching. And this would be their last walk together. Welcome back to Scary Bear Attacks. In a quiet pine-shaded corner of southern Florida, far from the snowy forests we often associate with bear country, a tragedy unfolded that shocked the entire state. The unincorporated community of Jerome, Florida lies in Collier County, east of Marco Island, and on the fringe of the Big Cypress National Preserve. It's a flat subtropical region of palmetto thickets, cypress swamps, and slash pine. The climate in early May is humid and warm, with daylight highs in the mid-80s, and the rainy season beginning to stir. Tucked deep in the scrub, the town is a little more than a scattering of homes, trailers, and ranch gates pressed up against the wilderness. Here the wild is never far. Bears slip through the shadows between homes. Panthers still cross the roads at night. For decades, folks in Jerome have lived with it, respected it, maybe even forgotten how dangerous it can be. The flora includes slash pine, sable palm, bald cypress, and dense undergrowth such as saw palmetto, wax myrtle, and cabbage palm. Native berry plants like beautyberry, elderberry, and saw palmetto fruit serve as natural forage for black bears and other wildlife. Florida's black bear population has rebounded from near extinction in the 1970s to more than 4,000 bears statewide. While large plant eaters like white-tailed deer and feral hogs are common in this region, predators are few, with black bears being the largest and most unpredictable. On the morning of May 5th, an 89-year-old man was out with his dog on or near his property in Jerome, as he often was. Authorities have not yet released the victim's name out of respect for the family, so for the sake of this episode we'll refer to him as Tom. He was not carrying bear spray or a firearm, nor would such preparation have been typical for this area, where black bear attacks are so rare they're often not even considered a risk. Just 11 months before, Florida passed a controversial new law, the Self-Defense Act, giving homeowners wide legal latitude to shoot black bears on sight if they felt threatened. No proof needed, just the feeling of a threat. The law ignited debate. Conservationists warned that it could lead to unnecessary killings. Others argued that something had to be done as bear sightings and property damage increased. Tom may have followed these issues closely, but this morning they seemed far from his mind. The cool of the morning dipped into the lower 60s, making it an ideal time for activity, before the snakes, iguanas, and lizards warmed up enough for movement. Tom called to his dog, whom we'll call Rex, as he walked toward the door. He didn't know it yet, but today would be unlike any other he'd seen over his many days. Living only 50 miles from Everglades National Park and nearly on the doorstep of Big Cypress Reserve, Tom and Rex were no strangers to wildlife. As you can see by the satellite image, the dot of a town is surrounded by wilderness, with the Fakahatchee Strand Preserve State Park to the west of town and the Big Cypress Wildlife Management Area to the north. Although not the towering pines and firs of what we think of as prime bear habitat, the swamps offer black bears life on easy mode. Food is more than abundant here, given that the swamp is filled with critters, and plants thrive in the subtropical temperatures, plentiful rainfall, and lack of human development. At some point, Tom and Rex came upon a dangerous black bear. It isn't known if they'd heard a rustle in the bushes near them, or if the angry bear thundered toward them in a close-range ambush. What is clear is that the bear attacked swiftly. Not a bluff charge. Not a warning. a real, violent attack. It killed the dog first, then it turned on the man. There was no one nearby to intervene, no can of bear spray, no firearm, no help coming through the thickets. By the time officials arrived, both the man and his dog were dead. The Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission responded quickly, located the bear, and made a decision. It had to be put down. There was no sign of injury or starvation. This bear appeared healthy, which made the attack even more chilling. They euthanized it, quietly. No celebration. Just the end of a deadly encounter in a state that had never truly expected one. Given the bear appeared to be in good physical condition and did not show signs of prior habituation to humans, the attack is being investigated as aggressive or predatory behavior rather than a defensive encounter. This assessment, however, remains unofficial until a full report is released. There was no report of an animal carcass cached nearby, nor were cubs sighted at the attack site. Speaking of cubs, our Cub tier membership on Patreon, linked below, will give you ad-free early access to photos, notes, and episodes. And the $3 per month goes a long way in helping me continue to produce educational and entertaining content like this. The incident sent shockwaves through wildlife management circles, not only because of the rarity of black bear attacks in Florida, but because it marked the first fatality from a bear in the state's recent memory. The bear's remains were collected by wildlife officials for necropsy. Given the state's laws, the animal's body was not returned to the local community. The state of Florida's efforts to reestablish black bear populations are one of the most successful in the United States. Populations have increased from only a few hundred bears in the 70s to around 4,000 today. Although bear attacks were unheard of 10 years ago, today they are becoming more common, especially in the Big Cypress region. Authorities encourage people in bear country to carry bear spray as a precaution and indicate its 90% success rate as a reliable means to discourage curious or aggressive bears. In June 2024, Florida passed the Self-Defense Act, House Bill 87, allowing residents to lethally shoot bears perceived as threats, even without clear evidence of aggression. The FWC is now considering reinstating a regulated black bear hunting season, last held in 2015. Conservationists warn that the combination of liberalized bear killing laws and expanded hunting could endanger long-term recovery efforts. After reviewing the facts surrounding this episode, I'm left with a few questions for you. Should Floridians in bear-prone areas be required or only encouraged to carry bear spray? Does the new Self-Defense Act make communities safer or more dangerous for wildlife and people? Is a regulated hunt the right answer for managing Florida's bear population, or should other measures be prioritized? I will gladly read and reply to your thoughts, so post them in the comments section below, and let's talk about it. Thank you for watching Scary Bear Attacks. If you've enjoyed this episode, please consider clicking on the like button and clicking on the bell icon. We'll help you know when we post our new episodes. Posting our video links to your social media profiles furthers awareness, and it's fun. We slashed our prices in our merch store, linked below, so check out the bargains there while you shop. As a member of our human community, remember to adventure bravely and be careful out there, especially in bear country.